Alright, so today we're looking at something truly wild. This is the GMC Hummer EV, and it is one of the most talked about, most insane vehicles to come out in years. Now you might remember the old Hummer H1, H2, H3. They were big, they were bold, and they used a truly tremendous amount of gasoline. But this is different. This is the Hummer for the future, an all-electric super truck that promises to do everything the old Hummers did, but better, and without a single drop of fuel. It's a fascinating idea, taking a name once synonymous with gas-guzzling excess and turning it into a symbol of electric power. It's big, it's heavy, and it is absolutely packed with some of the craziest quirks and features I have ever seen on any production vehicle. So, why is a giant electric truck so exciting? For starters, it completely redefines what a truck can be. Electric motors provide instant torque, which means you get mind-bending acceleration that just shouldn't be possible in a vehicle this large. We'll get to that, but it's more than just speed. The Hummer EV is designed to be a technological showcase, a rolling demonstration of what General Motors is capable of. Okay, so let's talk about the feature that everyone knows, the one that dominated the commercials and made headlines everywhere: crab walk. This is, without a doubt, one of the wildest quirks on any modern car. So what is it? At low speeds you can activate crab walk mode and all four wheels will turn in the same direction, up to 10 degrees. The result is that the Hummer EV can move diagonally. It's a bizarre sight, like watching a 9,000-pound truck shuffle sideways like a crab. You steer with the steering wheel like normal, but instead of the truck turning, it just glides to the side. It feels completely unnatural the first time you do it, but it's an incredible party trick. Now you might be thinking, that's cool, but is it actually useful? And the answer is yes, it can be. The primary purpose is for off-roading. Imagine you're on a tight trail, and there's a big rock or a tree directly in front of you with limited space to turn. Instead of attempting a complicated multi-point turn, you can simply engage crab walk and slide the entire truck sideways to get around the obstacle. It gives you a level of maneuverability that is simply impossible in a traditional vehicle, especially one this long and wide. It's a very specific tool for a very specific problem, but when you need it, it's a game changer. It shows the engineers weren't just thinking about straight-line performance. Beyond the trail, crab walk also has some potential uses in the city, though they are a bit more niche. The most obvious one is parking. If you're trying to get into a tight parallel parking spot, being able to move the rear of the truck diagonally could certainly help you line up perfectly. It's probably not something you'd use every day, but it's another example of how the Hummer EV's four-wheel steering system adds a layer of unexpected functionality. It's just plain cool. Now let's move on to another one of the Hummer EV's headline-grabbing features, and this one is all about speed. It's a special mode called Watts to Freedom. This is basically the Hummer's launch control. Absolutely, utterly insane. To activate it, double-tap the traction control button. The vehicle immediately prepares for a maximum acceleration launch. Driver's seat vibrates, suspension drops 2 inches. Speakers play a deep, rumbling buildup. Main screen shows Watts to Freedom engaged, a countdown-like sequence. When it's ready, get the confirmation on screen, hold the brake with your left foot, press the accelerator with your right, then release the brake. The result? Violent, shocking, exhilarating. A 9,000-pound behemoth hits 0 to 60 in about 3 seconds. That's a truck heavier than 2 F-150s, out-accelerating many sports cars. You get shoved back into your seat. Pure, silent electric thrust. Why it works. Tri-motor setup. 1 motor drives the front wheels, 2 motors drive the rear, 1 per rear wheel. Combined about 1,000 horsepower. Around 11,500 pound-feet at the wheels. That number is gear multiplied, but the real-world effect is undeniable. All power is instant. No turbo weight. Press the pedal, full force now. It's unnecessary for a truck, and that's the fun. Pure electric performance. Convert skeptics into believers. Watts to Freedom, the ultimate party trick proving big, can be breathtakingly fast. While the acceleration is incredible, a Hummer wouldn't be a Hummer if it couldn't conquer the great outdoors. And I'm happy to report that the Hummer EV is an absolute monster off-road. It starts with the hardware. 35-inch Goodyear Wrangler Territory mud terrain tires right from the factory. But the real magic is in the air suspension. Standard mode, 10 inches of ground clearance. Terrain mode, about 12 inches with the push of a button. Helps you get over taller obstacles without scraping the underbody. But it gets even better. Extract mode raises the suspension to its absolute maximum height, 15.9 inches of ground clearance. more than almost any other production truck or SUV on the market. Ford Bronco, Jeep Wrangler, Extract Mode, climbs over 18-inch vertical walls. Extract Mode, wades through more than 32 inches of water. Approach angle, departure angle, breakover angle. Engineered to be far more than a pavement princess, a truly capable off-road machine built to tackle serious terrain. The electric powertrain also offers some unique advantages off-road. The instant and precise control over torque is a huge benefit. In the Hummer EV, you can apply tiny, controlled amounts of power to each wheel, allowing you to crawl over obstacles with incredible finesse. A smarter, more controlled way to navigate difficult terrain. Combined, the Hummer EV is one of the most technologically advanced off-roaders ever made. Stepping inside the Hummer EV is honestly a bit like stepping into a command center from a science fiction movie. The cabin is, well, dominated by these two massive screens. Right in front of the driver, there's a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster. This screen is super configurable and shows you all the essential driving info, speed, battery level, navigation. But it's not just the basics, it also displays some really cool, unique graphics depending on which drive mode you're in. For example, when you switch over to off-road mode, the screen changes to show you things like a pitch and roll gauge, the steering angle of your wheels, and even the status of your differential lockers. The graphics are powered by the Unreal Engine, which is actually the same software used to create video games, and honestly, they look absolutely fantastic. Now the main event is this enormous 13.4-inch touchscreen right in the center of the dashboard. This is basically the hub for almost all of the vehicle's controls, from media and navigation to the climate system, and all those special performance and off-road features. Media, navigation, climate system, and performance and off-road features. The interface is super intuitive and responsive with big, easy-to-press icons. This is where you activate crab walk, change the suspension height, and access the UltraVision camera system. The screen is bright, clear, and just packed with information. It even has special widgets that you can customize to show exactly what you want, which really makes the whole experience feel modern and personal. One of the most delightful and surprising features of the Hummer EV is its roof. It's called the Infinity Roof, and it comes standard on the truck. It consists of 4 transparent sky panels that can be completely removed. This turns the Hummer EV into a giant open-air convertible truck. It adds a huge amount of fun and character. Driving around with the roof off on a sunny day is amazing, especially because the electric powertrain is so quiet. You can hear the sounds of nature when you're off-roading or enjoy the open air on a scenic drive. It's a bit like a Jeep Wrangler, but on a much grander, more futuristic scale. The process of removing the panels is straightforward. 2 panels sit over the front seats and 2 over the rear. Each panel is held in place by simple latches. You just unlatch them, lift the panels off, and you're good to go. The panels are made of a tinted transparent material, so even when they're in place, they let in a lot of light and give the cabin an airy, spacious feel. The Hummer EV's front trunk, or frunk, is specifically designed to store all 4 sky panels. This is a brilliant piece of packaging. It means you can decide to go open air spontaneously. Of course, since this is an electric vehicle, we have to talk about range and charging. The Hummer EV is built on GM's Ultium platform. It uses a massive battery pack. The Edition 1 model has a usable battery capacity of over 200 kilowatt hours. That's more than double the size of the battery in many other long-range EVs. This huge battery is necessary to move such a heavy, unaerodynamic vehicle, but it also provides a very impressive amount of range. According to the EPA, the Hummer EV pickup can travel an estimated 329 miles on a full charge. That's a very solid number that makes it perfectly usable for daily driving and even longer road trips. When it comes to charging, the Hummer EV has another trick up its sleeve. It features an 800-volt electrical architecture which allows for incredibly fast DC fast charging. If you can find a 350 kilowatt DC fast charger, the Hummer EV can add nearly 100 miles of range in just 10 minutes. This is one of the fastest charging speeds of any EV on the market today. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Can a 9,000-pound electric truck that can accelerate to 60 miles per hour in 3 seconds really be considered green or good for the environment? It's a complicated question, and the answer isn't a simple yes or no. On one hand, the Hummer EV is a zero-emissions vehicle. It doesn't have a tailpipe, it doesn't burn any gasoline. In operation, it produces no local air pollution. So, after looking at all of its quirks and features, what's the final verdict on the GMC Hummer EV? This is a vehicle that is unapologetically bold, incredibly ambitious, and packed with more technology than almost anything else on the road. It's a super truck in every sense of the word. From the mind-bending acceleration of watts to freedom crab walk extract mode, the Hummer EV is constantly doing things you simply don't expect a vehicle, let alone a truck, to be able to do. It pushes the boundaries of what is possible with an electric platform. The thoughtful details, like the removable infinity roof panels that store neatly in the frunk, and the high-tech interior with its massive game engine-powered screens, show that this truck is more than just a collection of impressive specs. It's a cohesive and well-thought-out product designed to deliver an experience. It's just as comfortable cruising silently down the highway with Super Cruise engaged as it is climbing over boulders with the help of its underbody cameras. This versatility is perhaps its greatest strength. It's a jack of all trades and, impressively, a master of many. Sure, it's not without its compromises. It's enormous, making it a challenge to navigate in tight city streets. But the Hummer EV was never meant to be a quiet, sensible, practical commuter car. It was meant to be a statement. On that front, it has succeeded spectacularly. Ultimately, the Hummer EV is a landmark vehicle because it proves that the electric future doesn't have to be boring.